Everything you learn in this course, you have to go out and apply. You have to actually go out there and practice what you're learning, otherwise it simply won't be effective. No one ever got good at anything by reading a book about it. They had to read the book, understand the techniques, and then go out and apply it so that you can physically embody the skill set and not just understand it on that sort of intellectual level. Hi guys, I'm here with Dasha from Moscow, and I'm going to show you guys how to do a cold approach on the streets of London. Today we're in Trafalgar Square, and Dasha's going to walk down, and I'm going to approach her from the front, and I'm going to show you guys how to do an effective, direct cold approach with intent for you today. Excuse me. Hi.
Hello.
I just saw you walking past in your all black, and I thought you looked very beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm Sam. What's your name?
Dasha.
Lovely to meet you, Dasha.
Nice to meet you.
So guys, that's how you do a cold approach on a very attractive Russian lady in the daytime. If you find yourself in London, Trafalgar Square, with a beautiful backdrop, perfect setting. Did you understand what I said? Tak, tak.
Так, спасибо.
Dasha, in Russia, in Moscow,
Москва.
how does man meet women? As I've stated many times, my philosophy on this is that this is a lifestyle. This is a philosophy. This isn't something that you go out and treat like a hobby. I'm gonna go and do my day game. This is something that as you move through life, as you go throughout your day, you're ready and socially prepared to go up and meet the women that you like in the day, or just go and talk to the people or the groups of people that you're interested in. Numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many
Как много?
men have come to approach you?
Very, я же говорю, very, many.
100? 100? 100 men? 10 men?
No.
50 men?
Меньше.
10?
20.
20 men in 1 week.
20 years.
And are they good men? You like them?
So.
Depends. Some good,
Depends.
some bad.
Yes.
Yeah. You think it is a good way to meet is to approach the woman? So the video that you just saw with Dasha from Moscow, we just found her in Trafalgar Square. She's not a paid model. We did not find her online. It was not something that we'd planned in advance. We literally just went out into the street and said, let's go find a cool volunteer. And we found her about 10 minutes into our search. So you can find women like that in London. She came from Russia by herself, and she's basically here, I imagine, and from what I gathered, out to basically be approached, to meet people, to meet the kind of guys that she's not finding in Russia, to learn a bit of English, to have the opportunity to network with high worth, high value individuals. And you can find women like that in London if you go out in the day and if you actually keep your eyes open. So a lot of you guys are going to be thinking, well, a girl that looks like that, do I have to act differently? Do I have to act differently around the very, very top tier of beautiful women versus the kind of women that you see every day, the sevens and eights? And the answer is no. The answer is that you are probably, when you're inexperienced, going to act differently around a girl like that, because naturally her beauty is going to be intimidating, and you're going to be thinking that she's got interest coming from absolutely everywhere. And who are you in that scenario? Who are you to compare to all the other people that are coming up to her? But the truth is, she doesn't see herself the same way you see her. She has her own insecurities. She has her own self-denials and problems and different things that she worries about, and she's going to treat you as you treat her. She's going to treat you exactly as you come up and approach her, with the confidence, the eye contact, and the way that you're communicating with her. That's the value that she's going to assume in you. So it's not the case that the very top tier of beautiful people behave differently or act differently. Most of the time they're going to act more confidently because they're just a bit more used to attention. So they're going to be a bit more friendly with you, they're actually going to open up more, they're going to be much more complimentary about you coming to talk to them, but they're not going to be more judgmental. And actually a strange fact is that sometimes the less attractive women get approached more than the absolute beauties, because the absolute beauties are so intimidatingly attractive that most men will avoid talking to them altogether out of fear and the expectation of getting nowhere. Whereas with the women who are a little bit less attractive, they will get more attention because the guys feel like they have a fighting chance of making something happen. So you've got to keep your eyes open. You've got to go for the best of the best, because at the very least you're going to get good feedback, and at the best you're going to be dating a girl like Dasha if you also get your shit together outside of just cold approach. So just by doing this, pulling your shoulders back, pushing your chest out, being as tall as you can be, and straightening your neck so that it's in alignment with your spine, you actually get an immediate hit of energy. What happens is when your spine's in alignment and you're embodying the sort of prehistoric indicators of confidence, pushing out the vulnerable part of your body, which is your chest, you know, concealing the lungs and the heart, and your neck, where you're prone to attack from a prehistoric perspective. By actually exposing that, it's a sign of dominance, and a dominant person will walk around like that naturally. But if you're not feeling dominant, then by simply fixing your body language and your posture, you actually come to a place of dominance and confidence, even if that's not how you're feeling mentally at the time. Hello.
Hello.
I just saw you walking past and I think you're really beautiful.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Marine.
Samuel. Plaisir. Is this right? Plaisir en français.
Un plaisir, oui.
En plaisir. En plaisir. If you get all of those aspects right every time you do a cold approach in the street, then you are going to get people stopping and talking to you. The way I like to look at this is like if that girl had dropped her passport. If you were the person that had walked past, found her phone or her passport on the floor, and you'd picked it up to come and give it back to her, would you be worried that she wasn't going to stop and just walk away without her mobile phone? No, you'd go and stop her. You'd make sure she stops. You wouldn't tap her on the shoulder from behind. You wouldn't scream her name down the street. You'd probably go up, get in front of her and just say, look, you dropped your phone back there. You should be more careful with this next time. So it's exactly the same with your approach. It's only that we don't put the same high value on what we have to say versus someone losing or dropping a possession of theirs, that we believe that what we have to say has less inherent value or it's less important. But that's really not the case. You never know. This one approach that you do could be your next girlfriend, it could be your next wife, you could be business partners, you could be best friends for life. You don't know. And to get really good at this, you have to be imbued with the sense that each approach is important. Every person you talk to matters, and each opportunity could be an incredibly important experience to you. Allowing that to come into your interactions, that sense that this is exciting and it could be important, is what's going to supercharge your approaches and get you the maximum amount of results from the amount of approaches that you're doing. Your ratios of approaches to stops will start shooting up from that point. So really go all in. Be expressive, be physical, look them in the eye, hold the hand out 2 or 3 meters in front of them, and everything's going to be easier for you. The girl, what happens is the girl believes that you are confident. And so she looks at you, giving you the benefit of the doubt and expecting that you're confident. This in turn makes you feel more confident because she's put that expectation onto you. And so you start reacting to her positive experience of you with more confidence. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, but it really, really works. So do go in with 100%. Firm stance, eye contact, get the approach right, and everything else will follow out of that place.